good net. I keep on learning things myself, so it's always a worthwhile prospect being here. So I'm going to hand it over to VE3TWR. Louis, how are you doing? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know. I don't see the snow coming yet. I see, a little bit of white out there. Maybe that's just a glare. Anyways, yeah, it looks like I might have another day off tomorrow. Oh, goody. Anyways, as far as the VE3TWR goes, most of the people I talk to on digital, most of them are in locations that don't have repeaters, they don't have coverage, they're retired, and they don't get out anywhere, so they have their VE3TWR and they can get out wherever they want. So for those people, having a hotspot is just a great idea. And but then again, you could go on Echolink. If you go on Echolink and you got your iPad or whatever, it's kind of the same deal, really. Anyways, about that, I throw that out there back to the net.
Likewise, there is also another service called the Peanut, which does tie into DMR, and I think D-Star, if I'm not mistaken, as well as having its own network. It's free, and you can download it for at least for Windows and for the smartphone. But do check on that. It's called the Peanut, not just Peanut, and it's a very good service. Definitely check it out. Okay, on to VE3VTS. Pete, nope, hang on. I jumped ahead. VA3VWX. Tom, go ahead, please.
Okay, Joseph and all net, 7-3, very good net. I got to bail out and go do some work here, so it was enjoyable. A lot of good discussion about fox hunting and other things. Yeah, it would be great, and I'm totally on board. Let me know what happens with that. Pick a time, date, etc., and I'll be there. 7-3, guys, from VA3VWX. Back to net control.
Thank you, Tom. You have a good evening. Sorry. Okay, on to Peter, VE3VTS. Go ahead, Peter.
I never participated in a fox hunting, but I did a little bit of direction finding in the past. And what surprised me the most was that I was getting better results, not looking for the strongest signal, but looking for the nulls, for the weakest signal. Let me recycle. And I was using the magnetic loop antenna. The trick to building good magnetic loop is the perfect radio direction function.
Unfortunately, Peter, there was some bad QRM just at the critical point there. Send me the information and I'll post it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you email explaining what I was doing in the past. VE3VGS, back to you.
VE3HES, Mark, go ahead.
VE3FMQ, VA3HES, Joseph and everyone on that. I'll say 7-3 now. I'm just pulling up to my next appointment. But looking forward to hearing more about the fox hunting stuff, and if one does get organized, I would be definitely interested in participating. It's something I wanted to try before I got my license when I read about it, and I thought it was pretty neat. And maybe this weekend I will attempt to make good use of those tape measures I was given, and some plastic pipe I got sitting in the garage, and hack together myself a little tape measure Yagi. Anyway, 7-3 to everybody. Back to you, net control.
VA3HES, VE3FMQ, and don't forget you can also use it for satellite work. Okay, on to Jason, VA3JKL. Go ahead, please.
VA3JKL, just on my way picturing, so not sure how many
Jason, you're out of range. Some bad picket fencing, but I was able to pick up the gist of the message, and thank you very much for participating. Okay, on to VE3 IPS. Are you still there? Nope. VE3 BQK. Dan, go ahead, please.
VE3 FMQ, VE3 BQK here. And, well, I looked into the bicycle batteries, and they're 36 volts or 48 volts. And so they could be stepped down, but that might pump the current up too high, but it depends on the draw, so yada yada. I have a lot of figuring out to do. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll report back when I get better information. And, okay, so I'm 73, VE3 BQK, out for now, and thanks everybody.
Thank you, Dan. You have a very good evening. VE3 INP. Go ahead, please.
VE3 FMQ from Victor Echo 3 India November Papa. Well, I'll have to say that my various experiments here aren't working out super well, but when I do get them working out really well, I'll give you a good rag chew for your ramble. I'll say 7.3 for now. Thanks very much for your patience with my signal. Again, once I get some of these experiments working out here, I'll be able to give you a good rag chew ramble. Back to FMQ from India November Papa.
VE3 INP. That last transmission was fine. Good 5.9 into the repeater and a very clear signal. So you're getting there. Not to worry. Okay, VE3 AJF. Amnon, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Joseph, again, I apologize for being later than that, but couldn't keep that computer running with a bad fan in it. But anyway, I assume this subject today was fox hunting. I never did a fox hunt, but a few years ago we did have a station interfering on the TWR here, in fact, as there is one today. And I was able to locate his location. As Tom said, you do need an attenuator as you get close to the target, but I didn't have one, so when I got close, what I did, I just disconnected the antenna, and it was still coming in full scale, so I knew I was very close, and eventually was able to locate his exact position. Anyway, and for fox hunting, they can consider also, if you're looking for a park, Earl Bales Park, Bathurst and Shepherd, the park is at least 100 acres in size. Thank you, Joseph, VE3AJF.
Yep, we are blessed with lots of real estate in our parks and a city that wants to keep them happy and healthy. So, yeah, we'll keep that one in mind as well. Okay, on to VA3 VWX. Tom, go ahead, please. VA3 VWX, are you there? Okay, and I think we have VA3 KBM. Is that correct? Go ahead.
Hi, Joseph. Yep, this is VA3KBM. The name is Bunty. I apologize. I was a little bit late on the net, but I got the gist of it. Whenever you guys decide or come up with a thing for fox hunting, I'll be more than happy to join and be a part of it. And having said that, I have no clue how to make a Yagi, so I think it's time for me to YouTube a little bit. But any kind of instructions on your blog would really help in making the antenna. Probably, like you said, a Zoom meeting would be helpful too. Whatever be the case, I'll be more than happy to join both of these activities. Back to net control. This is Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Mike.
VA3 Kilo Bravo Mike. Hi, Bunty. Glad you could join us. And no, actually making a Yagi isn't that difficult. All you use is PCV tubing and some expendable metal tape measure and some hose clamps, and away you go. So you can make a good Yagi for VHF and UHF for about $20, if that. Anyway, with that, let me just drop for a sec. This has been the Amateur Radio Discussion Net for Monday, November 30th. Imagine imagine that December is tomorrow. Anyway, Monday, November 30th, 2020. This net has been operating on the VE3TWR repeater at 145.410 megahertz and a tone of 103.5 hertz, with thanks to the Toronto FM Communications Society. 73 from your net controller today. This is VE3FMQ. Joseph, I will stay on frequency for a short time before returning this repeater to normal amateur use. Thank you all very much for participating, and looks like we have a fox hunt in our future. Anyway, thank you all again. This is VE3FMQ monitoring.
Boy, could I stir up a hornet's nest when I try.
You certainly did there, Robert, but just remember, okay, it's the segue that got me. I wasn't against the fox hunt. I was just concerned about the fact that you were talking rather nefariously beforehand about QRMers, and I was worried that you were going to segue into a discussion about setting up a vigilante committee. Off to you.
That's a subject for another day.